Hey guys, Matthew here. So today I'll be bringing you update number 3 on Project Blood Aqueducts Mirror, Project BAM. It's been going pretty well. We've increased our Exile stack by quite a bit. So I'm going to be going over investments that we made, a little bit of gambles, and then the actual drops and the results and where we're sitting right now. So not much has changed. We've corrupted a fair bit of more quantity, 16% quantity Sedemas, nothing good yet. The 40 Chaos one that I sold, I actually got that one like 3 days ago, but it sold like yesterday or something. Then we did get a level 20 Purity of Fire for 19 Chaos, go level 21, which is nice. We sold that for 1 Exalt. We were hoping for, Val and Purity of Fire, which would have sold for like 5. But, can't really spit on 1 Exalt. Other than that, some increased crit gems. This is the price I bought them. This is the price I sold them. So one of them bricked, 2 of them bricked. This one bricked hard, so I only got 18C out of it. This one just basically nothing happened, so I got back my 23 Chaos out of it. And then I got one for 12 Chaos, and I think this one bricked, I believe, or I haven't corrupted it yet. I'm not sure. One thing we did do, a little bit of a gamble. We invested in 200 silver coins, which cost us 80 Chaos, plus the ones I already had myself from picking them up. For a total of about 240, if I remember correctly, silver coins. And all in all, we got 96 Chaos returns from those, so nothing good, actually. We got like 2 Twice Enchanted, 2 Queen's Vaults, and the rest was just like Plague of Frogs or Tempest and stuff like that, worth like a few Chaos each. So we made our money back, but we actually didn't make any profit. I counted, and basically the entire silver coins we used was worth 95 Chaos, and we got like 96 Chaos worth in return. So, yay, we made 1 Chaos. Pretty good, right? Other than that, though, in terms of drops, I'm going to go over day 4 and 5 because, well, I didn't make an update video yesterday because I didn't get all that much playtime, so the currency tab didn't move all that much compared to today, and you're going to see that in currency at the end of day 4. So we got a Jewel which sold for 25 Chaos, another one for 11, another one for 6. A Tabula Rasa dropped from Alva, then a Divine dropped. Another Jewel sold for 6. A 13% quality Enlighten from the Temple sold for 11. A Rebirth card sold for 4. And a 14% quality Elemental Damage with Attack Seals and Greater Multiple Projectiles both sold for 8 Chaos each. Those were from the Temple as well. Today we got a Jewel sell for 2 Chaos, a Fertile Mine with a good roll for 2. We got an Exalt drop. We actually got 2. That's pretty good. We got a 6-link non-corrupted armor, but nothing to do with it, so I just sold it for 1 Divine. Lionized Roar with a crappy roll for 2 Chaos. A Biscos Leash for 5. Some one-off perfect Syntrex for 12 Chaos, which really sucks because if they were perfect, they would have sold for basically 3 times that amount. Oh well. Some 19% quant, 45 Fire Res Gold Worms sold for 28. A 2023 GMP sold for 30, 15% quality Elemental Hit sold for 12, that was from the Temple. 2023 Incrit for 23 Chaos. Like I said, the second Exalt drop. A 2020 GMP sold for 18. I got a Corrupted Temple, which dropped 2 6 links, which turned into 2 Divines. A 1923 Herald of Ice for 10 Chaos, and an Essence Worm for 4 Chaos. So as you can see, the currency at the end of yesterday, day 4, was basically all trash except for like 18 Chaos, a little bit of Jewelers, and 37 Exalts. At the end of day 5, we're sitting at 50 Exalts, 4 Chaos, woohoo, and a fair bit of Jewelers, like almost, oh, I'm sorry about that, almost 50 Chaos worth of Jewelers, so that's pretty good. Other than that, though, in the tabs, I've sold all my quality gems for GCPs, which I sold for Chaos and then 2 Exalts, and so on and so forth. I haven't really touched any essences yet, nor divination cards. I'm not too worried about those. That's the next gloves going in the Temple for corruption. I did get a 20% quality double strike from a prophecy, and I'm going to be leveling that up when I finish leveling another gem. Rings I'm selling for 2 Chaos each. To myself, basically. I'm not doing the lore weave recipe. I'm just selling them for 2 Chaos each, and I'm gonna take care of those later down the road. In terms of drops, we did get a 21 Herald of Ice, which we're selling for 1 Exalt. My Val Reeves actually haven't sold yet, which really sucks. We have like 120 Chaos worth of of Reeves here, 2020 Reeves. So that's like a 1 Exalt and a half, basically 1.5x in Val Reeves, and we got 2 pretty nice hair triggers. That's worth 1 exalt together, pretty much. And then the other bit of crap is worth probably about 1 exalt altogether if everything was to sell, which probably won't happen. So all in all, we're looking like 1 exalt, 1.5 for 2.5, and like 3.5, and then all the rest like 1. So 4.5 exalt in this tab. This tab we're not really going to go over, it's whatever. And then like 50.5 almost in this tab. So we're looking at basically 55 exalt currently out of 110, I believe, is going to be the goal. Maybe 105, maybe 100 if we're super lucky. So we might be at just a little bit over halfway there, or we're basically halfway there if we get it for 110. So I'd say it's been going pretty well. We've been averaging about 10 exalts per day. Today was a really good day because we got like 2 raw exalt drops, and also just like we played a lot. So that's mostly why, just a lot of playtime. But like yesterday, I didn't get to play that much. As you can see, we didn't do a whole lot. On day 3, it was pretty good. We got just a lot of things worth a lot. Day 2, we basically didn't play much. Neither did we play a whole lot day 1. But on both these days, we got things worth like a lot. Like a 21 Valkyrie sold for 3.5x, and a Perendus Manor sold for 3.5x. So that was like 7 exalts right there, which is a big chunk of our current, stack of exalts. So. And we haven't gotten anything in the temple or anything at all worth more than 1 exalt ever since, and those were actually exalt drops. If we take out the exalt drops, we haven't gotten anything worth more than like 50 chaos, and we've only gotten a few of those things. So if you're wondering like where does this 50 exalt come from, it basically comes from jewelers, fusings, scours, regrets, vows. Regals don't drop very often. GCBs, chaos. Obviously divines from our tabula cards, and alchemies. It's basically where the most of our and chisels. That's basically where like the most of our currency come from. Just very, very small currencies, but that stack up on top of each other. So I was doing like not really like any specific, very scientific math or anything like that, but just off of how I felt, how much currency I was getting. Basically, I realized at the current price of exalts being like 80 chaos each, I'm basically making an exalt every 3 temple runs, and I can run 4 temples in an hour, pretty much, or very close to. So I'm actually making like over 1 exalt per hour running Blood Aqueducts, which is pretty damn insane. Obviously, you can say my quantity is like to the limit, but if I was to take away, for example, I did pick up a 15% quantity String of Servitude, but I don't think I'm not sure it's worth it yet. So you might want to invest into one now, you might not. I think I got this one for decently cheap, got a pretty good deal on it. So I decided to test it, but I'm currently testing, and I'm not sure if it's actually worth more than a Headhunter or even a Biscos Leech, just because you lose a lot of clear speed. And, Biscos Leech actually gives you 5% quantity, so you're only getting 10 more, and Headhunter just makes you insanely fast. So I think it's like it's like a draw in between all those. But if you want to test it out for yourself, I'd say just pick up a 12% quantity one for like 30 chaos. Then the Sidimas is always free. Gold worms are cheap as hell. The prize can be changed for 2 gold worms. Honestly, oh wait, what? Sorry. The price can be changed for 2 venters, like 10% venters. Sure, you're gonna lose 10% quantity, but it's like not that big of a deal. So what I'm trying to say is you can farm Blood Aqueducts, do the same strategy I'm doing, and make a hell of a lot of currency. Pretty much with a 5 link and no Rigolds, and no enchant on your helmet, and a Spine-Fused Talisman, and 2 Venters, and just the rest very basic stuff like a Biscos Leash or a 12% quantity belt. Sedimas and Goldworms, for like all in all, is probably going to cost you like two exalts maybe for everything, because you can probably just get a corrupted Windripper for like 1 exalt, and then just have a 5 link in your Queen of the Forest or something. So what I'm trying to say, it's cheap. I don't want anybody in the comments to be like, oh, it's really easy to make like a mirror in Blood Aqueducts when you have 100 exalt worth of gear. It's like, well, actually no. I'm sorry, but actually it's not any easier than if I had basically 5 exalt worth of gear, or like 2 exalts worth of gear, honestly. So I just want to make that very clear for the people who are very skeptical about it. It's just, so long as you're playing the game and you're playing efficiently, you're gonna make a lot of currency. Like, This is Project BAM, Project Blood Aqueducts Mirror, but in reality, for you guys who have stuck long enough in the video and you're still watching, next project is actually going to be Project Headhunter. So we're going to be doing basically burial chambers until we fund a headhunter, which we're going to double val in the temple. But the reason we're going to be doing that is actually because we're going to convert all the currencies we get, every single thing we get, into exalts, and then exalts into doctor cards, and we're going to keep the doctor cards we get, and we're going to see how long does it take basically to get, well, for me anyways, like not on average, but at that point for that test or that challenge, whatever you want to call it, how long is it going to take to fund a headhunter if we pour every single bit of everything we get from the maps back into just trying to get a headhunter and obviously being able to run maps. So obviously, like alchemies we're actually going to keep, and we're going to have to buy some more than likely because we're not picking up any rares. After that, we're probably going to do another mirror project if the league isn't done by then, and that's going to be Project Volcano. We're going to see if we can self-fund a mirror in just volcano maps. Basically, it's just like the Blood Aqueduct project, but it's going to be volcano instead. And I think that's going to bring us to the end of the league. And at that point, what we're going to do is probably just val a bunch of Rigwall Squills or like 50 Wind Rippers, whatever it is. We'll see how much currency we have. And then they're all just going to go raw and standard or something. Or I'm just going to like Empyrean, put them all up for like 1 chaos or some shit. So that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned a little something. Hopefully you're enjoying, the project. It's actually pretty fun. Actually, running Blood Aqueducts it's decently fun, to be honest, because I can just not even think, just jam some music and just run the zone over and over and over again. So that's gonna be it for me, and I'll be sure to catch you guys on the next one.